Welcome to the Crown Rare Podcast, your source for news, updates, meta tip discussions, and all things Pokemon Pocket. I'm your host, Zen.
And I'm your sidekick who was drinking water and wasn't ready for the intro, Royce. And today's video is going to be great because we're going to be covering the 45-win event. And we're going to be talking about our experience in the event, what deck we used, any tips we might have for you to get through it smoothly. And yeah, the Wonder Pick event as well, we'll kind of slide that in there. And at the end of the video, we're going to be talking about a particular card we posted. We reached out to the community, asked you guys to suggest a card, and we'll try to build a deck around a card or an idea or a Pokemon or whatever. So that's what we got planned for today's episode, and I'm excited. How do you feel?
I'm pretty excited, especially for that last part. I think it's going to be like a new addition to each of these podcast episodes, where at the end of it, we're going to take a single card from the community and kind of just cook around it. But for now, let's hop into the first topic of discussion.
Hold up. Before anything, we need to talk about. I need to talk about two things. First of all, I recovered really well because I was not. There was no countdown. There was no nothing. You were just like, "Welcome to the Crown Rare Podcast," and I was like, "Bro, I'm mid chugging water."
I'm a one take Andy, man. Yeah, I gotta get it straight through.
Yeah, you said, "All right, one take Andy." No countdown, and I was like, damn, all right, whatever, we're doing this. I'm surprised I landed that as well as I did, considering, I'm not very good at that stuff. Kudos. The second thing, I forgot, so let's just move on.
So first up on today's agenda is the 45-win Emblem event. Now, some of you might honestly feel a certain way. I would love to hear where a majority of our viewers land. Do they enjoy these types of events? Do they not like these types of events? Personally, I actually really enjoy the 45-win Emblem event. I don't enjoy consecutive 5-win streak event. That feels 100% just RNG based. What it feels like is it's just like matchmaking roulette. You're good for 4 rounds, and then the 5th round you brick and your opponent gets everything they wanted. And it's just not great. However, this one isn't it. This is the one where you win. Let's see real quick. How many? 1 win gets you an emblem, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like Pokemon badges from the official mainline games.
Participation.
5 wins. Yeah, well, listen. 5 wins. 5 wins gets you this one, the cool looking one, I guess. The bronze emblem. 25 wins, which is no easy feat, gets you the silver emblem here, and then the gold emblem, which is everyone's goal, is 45 wins. Now, before we talk about what we what I saw specifically as the top best decks for this, how did it go for you, Royce?
First off, I want to say I liked this event at first, but now it's like happening all the time. I feel like we only cycle between 45 and the 5 consecutive win streak.
It's happened 3 times. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like switch. Switch it up, bro. Because like the first time I banged it out in like a few hours, before the first day even ended. I finished it, steamrolled, whatever. The second time, for the Mew one, I was like, okay, let me just put it off, and then I did it like a day before the deadline. Right now, I'm taking my sweet time. I'm actually further into the challenge in my Masochist challenge account, than I am on my main.
For those that don't know what that is, can you explain to our viewers what this challenge is?
Okay, first of all, I need to put y'all on game because this challenge is insane. So it was created by a YouTuber who goes by Simo, and no, he literally has 8 O's in his username, so you have to say it that way. Anyways, this mad lad actually came up with this idea where you start a new account and you climb to Masters, but you cannot use any you start by opening up packs, and you have to use the exact number of cards you pull from that pack. And you can only upgrade your deck with a pack every time you get a win, which is hard because in this game, for example, you would open 4 packs, and then you throw those 20 cards into a deck, and whatever you get, you get. And so there's no Professor Oaks or no Pokeball, so I kind of had to tweak it for Pokemon TCG Pocket. It is a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked it out, feel free to check it out if you got the time to. I would highly advise people to do it. It kind of adds a little element. I got a few commenters telling me one dude was just crazy luck, pulled a Mew EX and just steamrolled because he had a grass deck, he had a grass Pokemon, but then Mew is just just god tier, you know.
Gambling
Meanwhile,
personified.
I'm struggling. I'm getting
Yeah.
no luck. Like, my greatest pull was the full art Dawn, which I'm sad because this is like a baby account. So I'm like, okay, all right. With how trading is gonna go, I'm never gonna get that on my main. Anyways, that's
Yeah,
a problem.
never.
Yeah, that's a problem for another day. But yeah, it's a great challenge. So anyways, going back to this, I'm further into the further along into the challenge on my baby account than I am on my main, because I've like kind of lost interest in like the 45. Like I'm like, I'll get it eventually, but I didn't have the same excitement as I did, because I feel like it's like, okay, it's starting to get redundant. Okay, here's the 45 win. Okay, here's the 5. So I like it, but like at the same time, it's like kind of jarring. A lot of my buddies are also playing it, and quite a few of them are like, oh, it's just a 45 win event. I'll just focus on the Wonder Pick, collect cards and stuff. Like, so you know, I wish they could spice things up. I don't know how they would. If you guys have any ideas, let us know in the comments. But yeah. So, anyways, your question was, how is it going for me?
Yeah. Where you at? What emblem you got?
I think I'm between the 5 and the 25. I forget exactly where. But I'm using so between the bronze and the silver. Yeah. So I'm using a weird deck. I'm using Rampardos. Again,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. 2 reasons. One, I usually try, like, I'm like that anti-meta guy who's like, oh, I don't do mainstream stuff. I'm that guy. But the second reason is I also don't have all the cards. So, like, I kind of have to make do with what I got, and I want to play the new cards anyway. So Rampardos felt kind of nice. And in the previous 45 win challenge, I ran the event Mankey Primeape, and I paired it with Kabutops, and I steamrolled. I got the 5 win streak in one attempt. I got the 45. Them. Yeah. Like it's because like you set up Mankey early, and you can take your time with the fossil. So I was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I just literally took that same deck, swapped out Kabutops, subbed in Rampardos. I threw in the Pokemon Communication, and that thing is so S tier. Like it lessens my like possibility, my chances of like, you know, drawing bricks. So it's just
hope we find a brush of some sorts, like an archaeologist brush item that can find you your fossils, and the fossil Pokemon are going to be crazy strong.
Maybe that might be Rourke. It
might be, dude, that would be so good,
right?
Rourke.
That's what I was thinking, dude. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't add this dude. Him, Maylene, her aces, Lucario. I'm surprised they didn't come out with her. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I feel like it might be in the mini set, but it would be kind of fire because like I think he like off the dome, like him and that other dude from I think Black and White were the only ones who used Pokemon like fossils, right?
Who are you thinking of?
I think he's the cowboy dude. Like his gym was like a mountain thing. Did he not? I felt like he had an Archeops or whatever. Was it Clay?
Doug Dimmadome
looking dude. Yeah. You feel it? I feel you. Yo, accurate description, though. Like
you know, someone else used fossils. In Kalos, the rock climbing dude, right?
What's Kalos, bro? You got to tell me. Like,
is it Kalos? It's X and Y.
Okay. Like when Sylveon was introduced, what was the
so like the first gym leader was the bug type lady with the photography.
Okay.
And then the second was I think his name begins with G, and he was like a rock climber, and he had the dinosaur and Littlefoot from Land Before Time. I don't remember their names, bro.
Tyrant.
Yeah. And then
okay.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot. You're a person of culture, I see. But so I was running that. I think I was doing pretty well, surprisingly. Like even against like kind of meta decks, I was like actually holding my own, even getting some wins. I didn't actually lose too often. But again, the reason why I haven't completed it was just because I was like, all right, I'm bored. Let me just.
No, I feel that.
Let me just.
I actually really enjoyed it though. I don't know why, man. I really maybe because I finish it in the first day. I also stream it while I do it, right? So I'm like,
if you ever caught a stream,
Andy everything, bro.
Yeah. My man is just one trip. You have to bang it out. But like, I feel like I've lost that feeling, that need to like, I need to do it right away. Like I'm so excited for the next event, just because it's like it's the same thing again, and like the rewards are like up until 10 wins or whatever. You get the hourglasses, and then after that, it's like.
I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to get the 45 wins. I was just doing it for content, right?
Big man wasn't even trying, is what he's saying.
One of my viewers, I believe it was Nate, that suggested I should do this challenge where for 45 wins, I choose one deck and I bang out 15 wins and then switch decks. I don't know if I actually did it, but my first deck, I did what you did. I also went with the fossils. However, I don't know if you saw the video. It was Leafeon fossils. Shout out to another Pokemon Pocket content creator, Raven. Their channel is Raven Casts. Okay. This is where I saw this tech. You know the new Leafeon.
Yeah.
2 grass energy, 90 damage, but it can't attack again. I think it was
1 grass
right?
and 1 colorless. Yeah.
Yeah. And it can't attack again, unfortunately. However, if you retreat into your fossil and then discard your fossil and come right back in, it can deal another 90, bro.
Shout out to Raven? No way.
Bro, I was shredding through them. People were seeing it and instant conceding. Oh man, I literally got the first 15 in 30 minutes.
That's actually cracked. No, we gotta shout out the homie Raven for this, because that's so I didn't know that. Oh my god!
A lot of people actually do know
for that. Okay.
A lot of people know it from the official TCG Pocket, because I got a lot of comments like, "I love your enthusiasm with this," and actually not knowing. But this is a common thing. I was like, listen, I didn't know that, and I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, I can't wait to start do this. I can't wait to get my hands on this, dude.
So that's what I love about this game. When I come across so like the meta decks, obviously it overpowers you, fine. But I love coming across decks that I look at it and I'm like, all right, free dub. And then turn 3, I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened? I don't understand this strat. And they just introduce these like new strats, these really creative approaches to like win. And maybe it's not consistent, and they might not be tournament winners, but like that Leafeon fossil tech is huge. So because when you mentioned it, I was like, why would you dual energy with a Leafeon? Like, I know it's 1 colorless, and then when you mentioned that, I didn't know when he comes back, his attack resets. That's crazy.
Oh, I didn't even tell you. I'm not playing any actual other Pokemon. It's just Leafeon. Literally Leafeon 16 trainer.
Yeah, okay. I figured it's just all the fossils, and then oh my god. That's
another one that's I didn't use this for the Emblem but I did recently upload a video. Is the new Toxicroak. It needs 2 darkness energies. It's literally Jolteon. People are like, oh, it's a worse Jolteon. I don't think so, because it's darkness type, which is pretty strong into one of the other strongest types in the game, being psychic. However, no one's playing psychic. Anyway, the point is, you flip a coin for each of your Pokemon, and for each heads, you do 40 damage. So you could flip 4 coins if you have your full bench. But you don't have to put Pokemon, you can put fossils, and that still counts.
And it still counts. Oh my god. See, like, these are the types of things like I live for. These give me like breathe life into me.
Yeah, dude.
But like
I like these techs.
Yeah, I love them, bro. I hope they come out with more niche cards, because then I would run them. I run them.
There's so many. You have the Dawn tech, right? You have the
Yo, don't just say Dawn tech. If people are like me and don't know what you're talking about, you got to explain.
Oh, okay. So like if you ramp something, for example, Dialga has 2 attacks, right? Also, I say Dialga. People are gonna chew me up. That's how I pronounce it.
Is it not pronounced?
People say it's Dialga, and it feels incorrect for me. Listen, I grew up with Pokemon.
Yeah,
Dialga all day.
There was no pronunciation guide, so like, anyways, Pokemon like Dialga, and
thank you,
and like, other EXs like Darkrai or Galate.
Genjar EX.
Genjar is wicked. Okay, yeah. So like, they're wicked, but I don't know. I lost my train of thought. That just caught me off guard, bro.
It's cool. I got you. So here's the thing with Dawn tech. So he has 2 attacks. The first one is 2 metal energy to ramp and deal 30 damage, and the next attack requires 4 energy. Well, if you use your metallic turbo to ramp something on the bench, you give him 2 energy. Well, the following turn, you only go up to 3 energy, and the next move is heavy impact, but it requires 4 energy
in order for you to deal 100. Already.
Yeah, exactly. You go right into, so you're dealing 130 across 2 turns, because you take one of those ramped energies from your bench, and then apply it 2, your Dialga to then dish out 100, but also Charizard is back and stronger than ever because of the Dawn tech. You ramp with your Moltres. The biggest issue is Charizard could only use 1 Crimson Storm, and then it loses 2 energy if it wasn't already at 5, right? However, now it could Crimson Storm, the following turn, Dawn, bring that energy from Moltres if it has one or anything else, and do another Crimson Storm and just pretty much win the whole game at that point.
Yeah, as long as you have 5. Okay.
Yeah, so there's that. There's so many other techs that I am just
that elude you, yo. But like this is what I live for, bro. Like I'm trying to right now. I'm actively trying to pull for Manaphy and Lucario, because I'm trying to figure out a good Dragonite deck, like I discussed on the other episode. And I feel like Manaphy would be kind of cool, but I really want to just test it out and get a feel for it. And Galate, like shout out to Laz David. He's running a Lucario Galate deck, and
nice.
it's just like he said, he was just steamrolling people, and just I was like, all right, okay. Like there are obvious downsides to it. Obviously, the downside being one of the biggest downsides being your opponent. Like it's reliant on your opponent having high energy Pokemon. But the current meta, like most of them require 3-4 energy, like the Dawn tech. You know,
100%.
So it definitely has a place in the meta, but probably not as prominent as like Palkia. I hope that's how it's pronounced, bro. Jeez.
Listen, we're gonna keep butchering up. Speaking of meta, for those of you that are struggling to get that 45 win rate, I wanted to share with you the top performing decks. Maybe you can find this helpful. This was actually updated yesterday. Executor Celebi, I'm not gonna lie, Executor period is so good. 1, because it's super effective into Darkrai, right, and Darkness Pokemon. But 2, because it's so fast. So with the Rocky Helmet tech, which a lot of people don't even think about, this is why I still think Rocky Helmet is S tier. Let me see if I can open it up. We can see the deck. Perfect. So this guy right here, you flip a coin. Oh, dude, this is like actually perfect. It comes on the screen perfectly. I didn't measure it anything. I'm actually so happy. It shows you how much it costs too. Oh, this is perfect. Anyway, and they're running Rocky Helmet. So check this out. This thing at minimum does 40. At maximum does 80. However, with Rocky Helmet, it now becomes 60 and 100 because your opponent's going to hit you. And it has a really impressive HP at 160. I think it's crazy. And then with the sustain of Erica and Potion, Executor is steamrolling through many of these decks. So if you have 2 copies of Executor and you are struggling with this Emblem event, I couldn't recommend a better deck for you other than Executor. You're going to get, unless you're extremely unlucky. They're also running Celebi. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's fire because you're always pretty much... I'm surprised it's not... Oh, wait, no. Obviously, it's not going to be the other Execute. I'm tripping. But yeah, no. You're always going to draw into Execute. And then you have the... what is that? The Pokemon, that thing where you trade a card with your deck and you get another random Pokemon with a Communicator. It's a lot of trainer cards. You know, the Giant Cape is cool. I think it's a fire deck. Like, this is really annoying because Executor requires no initial investment. And so once you get him online, you can just keep like the remaining energy, just keep slapping them on Celebi, and just, you know, once they finally get over the hurdle that is Executor, hurdle number 2, Celebi.
Yeah,
and it's over.
Yeah, exactly. And it only requires 1 energy, so then Celebi takes all the other energy.
Everything else.
I have a 100% loss rate. Lose rate? I don't know how to say it. In tournaments, going against Executor decks. In fact, I even ran an Executor deck yesterday. First run was Executor, lost. I was like, I'm good. I'm done. I'm checking out. This is annoying. Like, I cannot. Like, this thing is so annoying. So I highly recommend if you are struggling with the Emblem Challenge. Now, some other decks you might see are obviously the Darkrai Magnezone. This thing is crazy. You want to tell them what Darkrai does?
Alright, so Darkrai, when you slap an energy on him, it dishes out 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. However, it has to be a darkness energy. So what I remember vaguely is that in this deck, it's just exclusively a darkness energy deck, correct?
Yeah, there's nothing else. Yeah, because Magneton ramps itself.
So you get Magneton to ramp up, and you use its ability, then you evolve into Magnezone at some point, then pop off for like a crazy amount of damage. What is that? I can't even see it. But
110.
110. And then you got Giant Cape in the back, you got Cyrus, you got Drudagon in the lead to help you get set up, and in the meantime, like Drudagon has been excellent since it first came out, and now it's popping off even more because with the emergence of Rocky Helmet or like decks like this where they require a little bit of time, not too much time, to kind of get going. Like this is Drud is just Drud, and it's a great deck. It's fire. Like I remember you talking about it, I think on the previous episode, and it blew my mind because it's absolute mayhem. If they even get halfway through the setup, it's pretty much wraps. Like you have to start powering through, but you won't be able to easily because Drud is dishing out 20, Darkrai is dishing out 20, Magneton should be setting up. So it's rough. It's rough. There's so many moving parts.
Speaking of Magneton, quick tip. Once you evolve, the turn you evolve your Magnemite into your Magneton, even if you have Magnezone, you ramp that turn with Volt Charge. The following turn, if you were going to evolve, you use Volt Charge first, so that way you guarantee your Magnezone can use at least 2 Thunder Blasts. If you don't need the Magnezone online yet, then wait another turn and get 3 and guarantee 3 110 attacks. But something else with Darkrai real quick, and this ability can be used from the bench, which is crazy, dude. Frontline Drud and just tag him for 20 over and over and over again.
And if you're audio listeners, we're referring to Darkrai EX ability. So it's
no one plays Baby Darkrai.
Yeah, no. I've never seen it, but there might be a tech out there. Maybe that might be a feature one day. If you guys want to see it, let us know in the comments below. But actually, please don't. It's actually nightmare fuel. But no, I'm here for it. I love this deck because it's nothing crazy. It's just like a Darkrai EX, which is obviously a pretty crack card. But then we took something from Genetic Apex, the initial release. We took Magneton. And then combine it with the Magnezone. Shout out to the new Magneton, the probably the least used card ever.
I don't think a single person uses that Magneton, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, if you are, I'm assuming you did not pull this in Genetic Apex, and if you, all right, sorry about that technical difficulties. But yeah, no, this deck is fire. And most of us probably have some of these cards. You know what I mean? So they're not hard to construct. Darkrai might be something that might be, like a card that you might not have, or maybe Magnezone, but most of these other ones you likely have. So consider if Executor isn't within your means, then maybe this might be a deck that you should consider. Like I actually want to run this now that I think about it, so I might even complete the event with this because the Rampardos is fun, but I like to switch it up and spice things up. So yeah, I might consider this one actually.
I think some sort of variation of Darkrai, Drud. I mean, if you look at it, 3 Pokemon with abilities, right?
Oh, that's
what
true.
makes this such a strong
true.
deck. In fact, let me see here. Another 3 Pokemon with abilities.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
So when you see this, you're starting to understand like deck building comes down to like good Pokemon abilities. Let's look at this one real quick. Another Pokemon with a very strong ability that ramps itself. This has been very interesting because it only runs fighting energy. And the idea behind this deck is Hitmonlee tags the bench and Cyrus brings them in. So that way your Magnezone just slaughters them. It's so strong.
God. Okay.
Yeah, you tag whoever's a threat. If they're at most EX Pokemon like Darkrai, right? 140. You hit them for 30. Guess what? They're at 110. Magnezone is hungry.
Yeah, clearly. He's gonna eat. And I love how your leads, either of those Hitmons, don't require much energy investment. So then Marshadow, you can easily, without worrying about energy management, just slap the other 2 on Marshadow and just kind of chill.
Exactly.
So
check them. Cool. So if they knock out your Pokemon, Marshadow comes in for an easy 100.
Honestly, Marshadow to me is it's a great card, but an even better bench player. Like the threat of having like when I see my opponent with a Marshadow with at least one fighting energy, like I have to
Yeah.
like walk
Respect
on thin ice. Yeah, you have to. So like you have to kind of work around it and accept the fact that one of your mons might go down, or set up your active so that it's like, okay, I could tank at least one hit, because that's how revenge is nasty work. Nasty. But yeah, no, this is also a great deck because it's like very easy cards to obtain. But then again, you know, people have been unlucky. I still don't have Amistar, not a single one. So, you know, if you guys are like that, then these are some great options for you guys.
Yeah, I would just splash things around. Again, it comes down to deck building around a very strong ability. Let's see. I'm just trying to prove that point. Next one is a Greninja, Grud, Gyarados deck. I mean, this is still the same one from the last set, right?
Yeah,
but look how many 2 abilities there. What else do we have? I think this would be the first one that doesn't have an ability. But like I was saying earlier, Charizard, no Dawn is crazy. Just Pokemon communication. I don't know. Personally, I would throw the Dawn in here because
yeah, I mean, because you get back-to-back Crimson Storms. And can anything one-tap Char Gyarados? I don't know how much HP.
Well, another Charizard. Another Charizard or Mew EX kind of checked Charizard in Mythical Island expansion.
Facts.
However, the Giant Cape protects this guy from a fully maxed out Blastoise.
Oh, true. Okay, so like it's
Even,
very
Greninja.
limited. Yeah. It's very limited. There are very limited Pokemon that could like keep Charizard in line. So I'm on board with you. Like I think the Dawn is kind of a necessity.
Dawn or even Blue, because if you give it Cape, you're at 200, and then if something else, because the highest damaging move in the game, unless it's Coin Flip Frenzy, is going to be 200, Crimson Storm or Genome Hacking. But if you have Blue, it's only going to do 190 to you, and you guarantee another 200 the following turn.
Yeah, but I feel like with Blue, right, you buy time to live, but with Dawn, like you're pretty much guaranteed to win as long as you have an extra energy, right? Because then next turn
I would say both of them, to be honst.
Yeah. So then, what would like, for example, let's talk about this then. What would you sub out? What card would you take out to add 2 copies or whatever of each?
Honestly, I would probably remove a Moltres and a Pokeball. Do we really need 2 Moltreses? Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'd keep the Moltres and then remove 1 Charmander.
Okay. How many XPs
and a
are
Pokeball?
there in there?
Actually, a Charmander and an X speed might be good. So that way I have 2 Pokeballs. Guaranteed one of them might hit another Moltres. One of them might hit the Charmander. And then I can start ramping. I don't know if you need the two Charmanders, because like, do you actually need 2 Charizards online? No, never. Never.
True.
And then now the extra Charmeleon and Charizard can be used with Pokemon communication.
Fair. And I'm gonna need you to do this for me because I can't really see the screen too well. For those of you who are listening, I need you to kind of clue them in onto what the full deck list is and what you would replace.
So what I would do? You want to know what the deck I would do?
So yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
Quantity.
So I would do 1 Charmander. I would do 2 Charmeleon, 2 Charizard EXs, 2 Moltres, 2 Sabrinas, 1 Leaf, 2 Researchers, 2 Communications, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Giant Capes. Now we have 2 more spots. So I had to do a Dawn, and then potentially a Blue. Or if you don't want to go the Blue route, check other Charizards, you could just do another Leaf, I think.
Okay. Damn, your deck building on the spot is crazy. All right, cool.
Thank you.
All right, so and again, I'm assuming most people like have most, if not all, of these cards. I feel like the only things you might not have are like the new item cards, or like the the giant capes and stuff. But
100%.
They're not too difficult to. They're not like actual chase cards where you have to like possibly invest a lot of hourglasses or gold into it. So no.
I mean, it does have the price for the full deck right here. But that's because it's running 4 EX Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and then the rest are just like Galade down here, Dactyl Primate, Golem, Drud, Yan Mega. Honestly, I'm a fan of Yan Mega. Mewtwo EX Guard is not tier 3. Honestly, should be tier 4. No, I mean, be honest. How many Mewtwo's have you went up against?
I'm gonna tell you right now, one of the wins I had was with my Rampardos Primate deck was against a Mewtwo Gardevoir deck, and like it wasn't even my Rampardos. It was just my Primate who was just shredding. Like
Lautering.
Yeah, they just couldn't get online. It's kind of a deck where there's a higher possibility of you bricking. So like I guess from what I remember, they didn't get lucky with their mythical slabs either. So yeah, like I'm here for Gallade Lucario though. Like I mentioned, David is running it, and Galade is it's a fun, like I love these like kind of decks, so I'm here for these. But if you guys are struggling with it, these are definitely decks you guys should consider running for the event. They seem to be they seem to have a lot of cards that were from previous sets, so chances are you might have them. And if you don't, join the Discord. There we have a whole community of people who are actively trying to trade and willing to trade cards. So please consider doing so if some cards are for whatever reason elude you and you don't have the pack points to spend on them, which I would probably not do.
I'd agree too.
So I think that's pretty much all the information or tips I would give in terms of like what decks to build for the 45 Emblem. Just have fun. How long is this event even going for?
I think for 2 more weeks.
Yeah, it ends on the 25th, right? So just have fun, guys. 3 days after that, we're getting a brand new set. So like, yeah, just have it. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're actually going to change that. I wonder if it's going to turn out to be fake news and we're not getting a new set at the end of the month. But as of right now, a mini set's supposedly coming out on the 28th of this month.
I think it's kind of soon, like, because I still don't have a Dialga or even a Lucario for that matter. I'm still hunting these things, and so I'm struggling. I can't imagine how many other players like me who are struggling to get every single one of these cards in their deck. But I'm also here for it because like it might bring counters to like the current meta, like the way a Mythical Island did to Genetic Apex. So I'm looking forward to it. Regardless, new cards, baby. I'm here for it. Hopefully we get some starter EX mons, maybe the trio. I don't know why this trio didn't get EXs, because the Legendary Birds got them. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm excited.
Yeah, same. And I'm so excited that I accidentally clicked on a different link that shares tournament metadata from this week. But I didn't say we were going to cover that today, so we might have to cover this in a future episode. But look at this. For the viewers at home, we're getting pie charts describing how many players. So in the 18, almost 1900 player tournament. Shout out to Ursi Day Pocket Weekly. This is the number 14th one. They have a pie here that shows how many players played everything. So over 200 players brought a variation of Darkrai EX Magnezone. Almost 200 for Charizard Moltres, 150 almost for Executor Celebi, and it just keeps going and going and going. Pretty interesting. That's one tournament. Another tournament had 600 players, and again, the top 3. It looks like the top 3 most played decks
are the same.
Are Charizard, Darkrai, Magnezone, and Executor Celebi.
Okay.
At least across 2 very large tournaments.
Okay.
And yeah, there's what's up?
Oh no, go for it.
I was just gonna say there's a lot of information here, but I don't know if we can cover all of that today or if we even want to. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you want us to cover these like meta reports as well. We're getting it from the ptcgpocket.gg website. It's a great website and a great resource. I use this, Pokemon Zone, and a few others. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Royce?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna reiterate what we've been kind of mentioning earlier, that these decks are not like high investment decks. So chances are, like, what are we, 1 or 2 weeks into the new packs? You might have most, if not all, of these cards.
100%.
So really, really consider running these decks. I know I've been like saying that I'm anti-meta, but like I might also run these because they're also fun. They're like cool strats. They're very niche. It's not like just plow through things type of thing. They kind of are, but also not. But yeah, no, I'm here for it. I love it. I also love the pie charts because I love me some pie.
Remember that thing that I said? The number 1 tip is if you have Executor, just run it because it's literally amazing. Without even knowing this, First place, Executor EX Yen Mega for one
Wow.
tournament. First place, Executor EX Celebi. Second place, Executor EX Celebi. Second place, Executor EX Celebi. Also, I'm reading it for two separate tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Third place, Palkia EX Vaporeon, Darkrai EX Greninja. Fourth place, Fighting type Magnezone. And then another Executor EX Celebi. So
Wow.
across
okay.
2 tournaments, Executor
Yeah. Holy
5
cow.
times. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So like I'm telling you, it's literally the strongest EX Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like you said, tanks, the low energy investment, the possibility.
Rocky Helmet boosting it up to 60 or 100 damage. They're gonna want to hit you.
And it's cool because in the Yan Mega deck, for example, Yan Mega constantly needs energy, whereas Executor is just one and done. We don't have to think about it ever again. So
Exactly.
it's a powerful card.
I mean, the only tournament I ever won, I thought it was because of Celebi. Turns out it might be because of Executor.
It might be. You might need to change that thumbnail up because it might be. You might need to have those 3 heads overlooking. But yeah, no,
Speaking.
Go for it.
No, I was gonna say. Speaking of thumbnail, I was gonna transition. Did you want to throw something else in?
Oh, just real quick, we're just gonna mention what the Wonder Pick event is. So if you can take it away
yes.
with that. That would be
Just
awesome because
completely-
I have not been doing it.
Yeah, I got you. So currently we're in a Wonder Pick event situation. That's what I like to call these things, situationships, with Chimchar and Togepi. These are beautiful cards. Essentially, you just go to the Wonder Pick. You either get free picks or you have to spend at least 2 of your Hourglass tokens or whatever they're called to get either a Chimchar or Togepi. I already completed my set for these. I got 2 of each. Super lucky. This is going to keep going on until the 21st. And you also will be given these blue shop tickets that you can then trade for, let me see, can I show you guys? Yes. A backdrop, which is really cool, which I actually want to talk about real quick for Speculation Corner. Cover, a Monferno Chimchar cover. And then this cool backdrop for the cave and crystals. And then the following week, or not the following week, it's actually this week because it started last week. Valentine's Day, not Halloween. Listen, man, I recorded a video and I was just like zooming through this and I referred to a Valentine's Day as Halloween. And I was like, and then on Halloween, guys, full confidence.
Your partner's getting all dolled up, and the first thing you thought of was, damn, Halloween is back.
I said it and I still said it to him. I went to tell her that. I went to go tell her the joke. I was like, can you? And then I said, for Halloween, I said, wait, what? Like, I still said Halloween, bro. I don't know why. Valentine's Day just doesn't register. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. So for Valentine's Day, aka Halloween, you can then get the Chimchar coin, the sleeve, the playmat, and the Pokeball icon. But I want to talk about this real quick. Can this get bigger? Oh, this can't get any bigger, bro. This sucks. More details, make it massive. I can't. Hold on.
That's
Actually, maybe I
said.
can.
Everything in the last 30 seconds. Oh, here we go. Creative solutions here at the Crown Rare Podcast, your source for premium Pokemon.
What does that look like?
TCG Pocket. Is that a focus band?
Yeah.
Is that
Could be
Oh.
Is that a leftovers?
We have leftovers? Is that a nanab or I forget which berry that is?
Yeah,
That pink looking banana.
some sort of berry. Could this be their way of telling us 3 new tools in the mini set?
True, because why would you show us pictures?
Leftovers, focus band, and either a punching glove or a berry. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it looks like that berry thing that looks like a pink banana, whatever. But speculation corner here at the Crown Rare Pod. So you know how you messed up population. Honestly, sometimes I'm usually like, I don't believe it, but this one.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
This one has piqued my interest. Okay.
Yeah, man, I don't know. What were you gonna say?
What was I gonna say? Oh,
you were gonna say something.
You know how you for whatever reason mix up Valentine's with Halloween?
Yeah.
Whenever we're doing the intro, I have to actively think to myself, "Yo, don't say Crown Royal. It's crown rare.
Someone else said that recently. I was talking to one of our buddies, Dusty. Dusty Go Goat. They run their own amazing Pokemon.
Check them
podcast,
out.
The
It's
Hidden
some
Power.
fire content. I never heard of them until you mentioned it. And I
Dude,
want to
they're
stop by.
great. I honestly,
their quality is actually great. Like you can listen to it, you can watch it. It's great. It's great.
Honestly, high key, not even low key, inspiration for this podcast. Because I was like, I want to do something to where it's like, because for me, when I listen to them, it's like, yo, it's almost like hanging out with the homies.
Yeah, with the boy.
So
Yeah.
Like, so like that was kind of the idea. So anyway, if you want to thank anybody for the podcast, go thank them by checking them out. Hidden Power Podcast. You know, I might even throw it in the comments down below. But talking about the thumbnail, the comment that we're pulling up is from XKidTTV, and they said Blossom. They would like us to build a deck around Blossom, bro.
All right. Okay.
We're using Limitless TCG to build this.
Okay. Let me just pull up Blossom real quick because I can't really see the screen all too well. So let me just go on.
I got you. One sec. I can't. So we have Blossom here for 130 HP, 80 damage for 2 energy. It is a stage 2 Pokemon, so we're gonna need things like Gloom that does 30, as well as Oddish. Look at this guy. It heals 10 when it uses its attack. I don't know if that's the better Oddish, actually. Let's go see. Can we see the other Oddish?
The other one is 20 and no effect.
No effect. It doesn't heal, but it deals more damage. And then we can agree that the other Gloom is just it's not a good choice, right?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you can't. Yeah.
No. Sorry. No. We're not doing this. I do think you run Vileplume in this to give you more of a diversity of what you want to run. Vileplume or Blossom, what are you drawn to? That's who you're evolving into. Like it. Not too bad.
Okay. However, I feel like that might be a little bit of a cheat code. So let me add this restriction, okay? Just because they requested Blossom, we can only add 1 Vileplume. So it's like kind of our little backup or whatever, but we don't have that versatility. Let me add that little wrench in your plans.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay, so what would you run?
So on top of this, we have already 7 Pokemon cards. I'd go Combi and Vespiquen. I think that's pretty good.
Combi is such a great card. Like I'm using it in the Masochist challenge. I haven't had the opportunity to kind of showcase it, but like its ability to, it's basically a Caterpie but for anything, which is nuts. And
no, it's 100% great.
So but why would you feel like Combi and Vespiquen over anything else?
Well, Combi lets us to, like, if we don't have Pokeball, this guarantees that we put a bench Pokemon, onto a Pokemon, basic Pokemon from our deck onto our bench. So that's why I like it. Okay. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
You could even run 1 Pokeball because of that.
Yeah, okay. And then evolve into Vespiquen. Got you. Okay.
Exactly, on curve to deal 70 damage.
Which is wicked.
Potentially 90 with Rocky Helmet.
Yeah, like doing on turn 2, dishing out 70 is crazy. Because there aren't too many Pokemon that can like go toe-to-toe with this. Or at least withstand it. This can at least half a lot of even basic EX mods, you know what I mean, like in terms of their health. So it's a pretty crack card. What would be your objective with this Blossom?
So the Blossom is to get it online and just start dishing out damage. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think what we want to do is actually remove Combi down to 1, Vespiquen down to 1. It brings us down to 9 Pokemon cards, and then we throw in a Shaman, single Shaman. So now we have a 50% chance to start Oddish, 25% chance to start Combi, 25% chance to start Shaman, but we don't want to start Shaman. However, if we start Combi, we can use its attack to pull one of these 2. The thing I'm trying to go for is healing all day for Blossom, right?
Okay.
And then on curve, we can evolve into Vespiquen, and then if we have Oddish, we can just start slowly leveling up. What do you think so far?
So this one I'm a little more of a fan of. Like the addition of Shaman is crazy because like Combi can just Shaman belongs on the bench, and so it'll just slap it right onto the bench, and then you know, with your next Pokeball, you are guaranteed just to pull out Oddish, right? In that scenario. But let's say you pull out the Oddish, no big deal. This is what you wanted, so it is what it is. It's solid. Oh, Rocky Helmet. I love how you're throwing these all together. Why Rocky Helmet? Explain that to me.
So the Rocky Helmet takes any of our Pokemon's damage and easily adds 20. People think of it as a defensive thing. I think of Rocky Helmet as offensive.
It's
it changes,
both, right?
It changes Gloom from 30 to 50 damage, right?
But
it changes Leaf Step to 100. So that's a pretty good round number. It changes Pierce to 90.
But you could argue that that's only for, let's say you have a Pokemon, right? You attack me, I dish out. Let's say you have 100 HP, whatever. You hit me, you take 20 damage. I finish you off next turn, right? But then, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is to counter your argument of that it's 100 damage. It'll only be that one time, right?
That's if you knock me out, though, right? Let's throw in something like Blossom. You need something that's more than 130. Okay. So I have Rocky Helmet. Let's say you're dealing 50, 80 damage, whatever, right? Guess what? Erica, Potion. I'm dealing another 100.
Shaman.
Guess what? Again, next turn. Yeah, Shaman. Exactly. Erica, Potion, Shaman.
Okay.
And it's right back. So that's why I think the Rocky Helmet's actually so strong in grass types. I mean, we literally see it with Executor. So grass type Pokemon, Rocky Helmet, name a better iconic duo.
Yeah, true. Actually, facts though. Good point. Because again, like I don't see these visions, right? Because again, I actually never thought of using Rocky Helmet ever. So when you mentioned that it's offensive, like I was like, you were kind of losing me, but then paired up with the heals it can get is pretty massive, in my opinion. Oh, I like that. I love this new card, bro. The communication, whatever the hell it's called. It is a great card. Great card. Okay.
So that's how I would build it. I think this would be, honestly, this might be something I cook up on the channel and play. Blossom and Vespa Queen. We'll see. Maybe later today. Who knows?
I mean, if you want to watch this deck in action, you're gonna have to tune into Zatumi's stream. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, no, this looks like honestly a solid deck. I would run this because, like, for sure everybody has all these cards, you know, and most of these are just one copy. Aside from the Oddish, Gloom, and Blossom, right?
The Vileplume and the Shaman are the highest rarity, being 3 diamonds, and then everything else is the Blossom, the Vespa Queen, even the Ericas. These are the full art ones, but you can run the normal ones, which are double 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds here, 2 diamonds here, 2 diamonds here. I mean, the rest are it's pretty affordable, I think, in terms of like playing this deck. Now, I don't recommend you use your pack points for these cards. If you have these cards, you can build a nice cheeky deck, especially like if Blossom is your favorite Pokemon. We're just here to show you that you can do this with Blossom.
Listen, you said it right the first time. It's you, bro. I'm watching how your mind works. But also, I'm glad you mentioned that they're low cost, like less than 3 diamonds, because like if you haven't completed the solo event, this might be a deck you'd want to try in that solo. You know, like the challenge where it's like, build a. If this is one of the requirements, try it out. Take it for a spin. Maybe this might surprise us. I actually might do it because I haven't done a single challenge. Actually, on that note, I'm going to set my game on auto.
To get your Cresselia event?
Yeah, to get my Cresselia. I've been doing it throughout this. So like whenever you see me glance to the side, it's not me like texting nobody, nothing productive. You know, I'm not talking to my manager or nothing. No, that's you. I am out here. It's not even me throwing shade, by the way. I was just trying to say I'm not being productive. I'm like in the sense where like adults are productive. I'm just trying to get this Cresselia event out of the way. But I would honestly consider running the. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Like, give it a shot. Try it in any of those solo events or whatever, or even in the 45 win event. And let us know how it does. Like, what do you feel, and any kind of improvements to you or changes you would make to the deck. What do you think? Is there any side deck possible substitute cards you would add into this deck? I mean, or do you think it's just fine as
disruption? Is? I don't think it has any disruption, so it's missing like Sabrina, Cyrus, Mars, red card, stuff like that. But I don't think it's needed. because of the sustainability. I mean, being able to stay alive forever is a lot of disruption right there.
Also,
So
I'm proud of you for mentioning red card because I know how you feel about red card, and I'm very proud of you for mentioning that because I know it irks you. I know you hate it. So, red card, we leave it back in 2024. I was there. I seen the videos. But
I think that's pretty much the deck that I would say Blossom works around. But for the next episode of the podcast, guys, drop a comment, choose a card. Don't choose Darkrai unless it's Baby Darkrai. Don't choose Baby
don't even choose that, bro.
Don't choose a meta like strong card like Magnezone or anything. Choose something like Blossom. Like I think someone recommended Lopunny. You know, something like that. Drop a comment. Yeah, drop a comment of a card that nobody plays, and we'll try to cook a deck around it.
Okay, and
it'll
just be Zen, and I'm just watching his mind like just wander because it's awesome to see or listen to if you're listening to the pod. Also, quick sidebar. I've been pronouncing it Lopunny my whole life. Is it Lopunny or Lopunny?
I say Lopunny, so we'll find out in the comments. I'll tell you that.
All right, okay.
But also, when you were saying that like I'm doing all the, I thought of the meme of like it's all the math equations in front of my face, and I'm just there.
From Zach Galifianakis. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It's no. So I'm excited for it. Also, shout out to the commenters. Shout out to Raven with the Leafeon tech. Shout out to Gogo. I wanted to repeat our shout outs again because you guys
shout out Dusty, everybody. Shout out everybody. Shout out all the viewers who are actually like enjoying these podcasts. I mean, we're just a couple of dudes talking about Pokemon cards.
Just a couple of dudes talking about Pokemon cards. We've also been we also created a community on Discord. So if you are into possibly PvPing certain players, want to trade specific cards, we got all of that in our server. So which should be linked in the description or somewhere. Be sure to check this out.
It'll be in the description. I can't do pinned comments yet because this channel's so brand new. But yeah, I'll get that fixed soon.
So if you guys if that's something that interests you, please consider signing up, joining our server rather, and subscribe to the pod. It supports us like Zen just mentioned. It'll help us unlock new features that'll make your experience with this pod much easier.
Yes.
And sub to everywhere you listen to it. Sorry. Okay.
Appreciate you guys. Help us hit 1,000 subscribers here on the pod, and 1,000 Discord members. We're actually close to that too.
We're mad close too.
Yeah,
we're
it's
super
like 2
close.
weeks and we're almost at 1,000 on Discord, which is crazy.
Which is nuts. So I'm excited. I'm also excited for like when we unlock members. We've been cooking up some ideas. So for like member perks on Discord and stuff. So hopefully we get those things rolling soon. But yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this takes us.
All right, take it away with the awkward, transition to the outro.
Thanks, guys, for watching this week's episode of Crown Rare Podcast. Hope to see you next week and have a tremendous day. Okay, is that
good? Yeah, it's good enough.
Later, guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
That was pretty good. One take, Andy, baby.
Yeah, one take. My man.